9 and number 10, this is the culture aspect, how to provide training. Get creative. I mean, get creative. The technology that's available for us right now is incredible. I was going to do a training session on how to use Zoom, and I mentioned it to somebody, and they said, don't do that. They texted me a link to a guy who did a 20-minute fantastic Zoom tutorial. I didn't want to sit there and watch 2.5 hours of Zoom tutorials from the Zoom website. So somebody saved me a bunch of time, sent me this 20-minute virtual webinar that somebody recorded. I watched it this morning. Man, it was great. Thankfully, I already knew most of them, but I picked up a lot of tips and tricks. Get creative, okay? Share with each other. There's so much stuff on YouTube. There's so much stuff that's out there that there's no reason why you can't provide each other with training sessions, training videos. The shorter the better. It's actually people, human beings, tend to want to watch 5 minutes every day rather than 40 minutes at a sitting. So what we're planning to do with this video is we're going to chop it up into 7-minute blocks, put them on YouTube as a playlist, and send it to folks so they know, oh, this video is only 6 minutes. Oh, that one's only 7 minutes. And they fall in line as a playlist. So record your virtual sessions like this, record presentations, have access to a videographer. I cannot tell you how important, especially in remote world, videographers, having a local videographer, you know what, either having an in-house videographer or having a very good remote videographer. I have a remote videographer. He lives in New Jersey. He used to live in town. He lives in New Jersey. He's thinking of moving down to Los Angeles. The coronavirus has kind of put everybody's plans in a little bit on hold. I don't care where he sits. I get him all my information. He returns to it, and it feels like he's sitting right here. And they are involved in all of our meetings. Why? Because they pretty much need to know who needs training in what areas and what training can they find to make sure that everyone gets supported. And also, don't underestimate. Most companies underestimate and they underutilize their online portal on YouTube, okay? Your YouTube channel is incredibly important. If you want some help on how to set that up and why, give me a call. All right, and then building the culture around it. Get creative, tie it to performance, make it public, reward it openly, let them come up with contests and invest in it. Invest in it. One of the most difficult things was the third bullet, make it public, okay? What I mean by that is this, is they all knew, the producers of the first scenario that I had, on the second scenario that I had, as well as all the programming teams in the first scenario, we could all go to a link on our intranet, or back then to a file on the shared network folders, where every week everybody's performance was rated from top to bottom. Those that were in the green, those that were in the yellow, and those that were in the red. Okay, and pretty much that made it so easy for me to call people and say, okay, hey man, Harry, how are you? Yeah, have you looked at the weekly stats? Yeah, man. So what zone are you in? Man, I'm in red. Well, you know the rules. How long have you been in red? Only 1 week. What happens after 4 weeks of being in red? Yeah, dude, what do I need to get out of red? That's my question. What do you need to do to get out of red? Because the rules basically, if you stay in red for 3 to 4 weeks, you get written up. Okay, and if you can't get out of red after 2 weeks, after 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you're going to be given your final warning. All right, so everybody knew that there was a game, there was a contest. And the longer that you stayed in green, the more your points would increase to buy stuff from that internal store, and the more bonuses you get. So yeah, it took about 2 months to figure out contests like that, but it's worth it. And if you keep it private, because it's like, gosh, they don't want other people to know what their performance is. Yeah, but don't worry about that. People will know when people are getting fired anyway. So why don't we do a more public, everybody be transparent, and avoid any of that when people know what you are wrestling with? Because when you make it public like that, people tend to dive in and help each other get out of red. So the team members, they want to rescue each other. But when it's just me and my supervisor, and me and the person, then pretty much it doesn't create that teamwork. So anyway, build fun around it, contests, and owners, executives, invest in this. Your people can be more productive remotely than they can in-house. And that's what a lot of my clients are finding out. It is weird, y'all. People are out there remotely. You figure, man, they're not going to do their work. No, it's not the case. If you look at the records, if you look at the stats, people that are set up correctly in doing this, the teams tend to be productive, and they don't have to work a full 8 hours a day. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of glad that you don't work 8 hours. I want the results. I want the progress. And if you're able to do it in 5, 6 hours, more power to you. Okay. And when people realize that's okay and no one's clocking me, okay, now you gotta, there's a difference between those that are hourly as well as salary. So there's, I don't want to stir the pot up here with HR reps. Call me and we'll figure that out. But the overall attitude needs to be is that you reward performance, you reward success. You don't reward clock counting. Okay, guys. The question, the best question, I guess the most complimentary question I was asked, is this being recorded? And the answer is yes. But with technology, I'm going to say, man, I sure hope so. So I right now have 3 different recording devices, making sure that this is being recorded. So yes, this is going to be recorded. It will be uploaded to my Facebook page. It's going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel. It will then be made available in different places. So yes, all right. Then the second question asked is, where can I download the form? Download the form from our website at teamrealworld.com/remote teams, or email us and we'll get it to you. Either way, don't do it without the form. Okay. Another question that I was asked is, can I send you a Word version of the form so you can tailor it? Absolutely. The only thing I ask is that if you're going to tailor it and make it all yours, at the bottom, you give me credit and say, this was provided by Maurice Velasquez, the Team Real World, copyright 2020. Okay. Give me that. And then other than that, use it at your pleasure. And please tell me the stories of how this is working for you. Also, give me feedback on where we need to make adjustments. As of 2 weeks ago, for years, I have had a list that said 9 steps. And it wasn't until last week where I showed it to a client and I kept emphasizing the training aspect. They said, Maurice, don't assume the training. You got to take the training out of Make It Fun and have a separate point. You need a separate point for training. I'm like, okay, so it's 10 points. Okay. So I'm coachable. Okay. I don't want to make it 13 points, 20 points. Okay. But what I'm saying is that if you think of things, you're seeing things that could help me and help others improve based on trying this, please tell me your war stories. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this has been helpful. When we provide it out on YouTube and everything, we'll send out emails to everybody. And yes, another question is can we have a copy of the PowerPoint? The answer is yes. Anything we can do for you, if you think of other titles or of other issues or topics that you're struggling with, especially right now in the coronavirus, please do not hesitate. I'll put together slide decks or presentations like this, whatever I can do to support you, especially during this very difficult time. Do not hesitate. Our motto right now is help, help, help. So we're here for you. Thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great weekend.